Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community, from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
The following program is produced by Lawin Media Network. The views and opinions expressed in this program are solely those of the individuals appearing on the show and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Lawin Media Network, its affiliates, sponsors, or partners. The content provided in this program is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Lawin Media Network does not guarantee the accuracy, completeness, or timeliness of the information.
I think you're muted. I don't hear you. Do you hear me?
Okay, there you go. Do you hear me now? Okay.
I thought we were doing our thing that we talked about earlier, that we weren't gonna speak for like a few seconds because that's our topic for today.
Yeah, right. I know, Christian. Yeah, so may I repeat, good evening, everyone. And magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat dyan sa Pilipinas. Welcome to another episode of Be Bold, Why Not? And we have a special co-host, Christian
And
Toledo.
I'm
How
gonna
are
do
you?
a Talos part where I say buenas noches, buona notte, buongiorno, all different language. I hope I did that right, or else people will unfollow us.
Yeah, how are you, Christian? Thank you. Thank you so much for you're always like willing to step in and help, and we truly, truly appreciate it. I'm from the bottom of
Sure, yeah,
my heart,
yeah.
from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, I sent Atala. I paid for Atala's flight so I could have a chance to be on this podcast.
Okay. So it was your plan, huh? Anyway, we
Yeah,
are
yeah.
live on Facebook and YouTube, and of course stream that live. And you can also listen to our podcasts. Where Christian.
Anywhere you get your podcasts, whatever app you're at, your Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, uh, Podcast Addict. I don't know who uses that, but if you are using that, we're in there. And yeah, if you have like a podcast app and we're not there, let us know, and we'll for sure try to have it there for sure.
Yeah, so just listen. If you miss the show, okay, if you miss the live show, you can listen to our podcasts, right? And of course, we would love for our viewers to participate in the show because we will have a game all throughout the show. If you can relate to the topic, if you have anything that's really important or that you want to share, then please feel free to do so because everybody that will become part of the show then will be have a chance to win a prize. We're going to put your name in a spinning wheel. So please participate.
Yeah, I guess the beauty of having a live show is we could actually talk to people. It's not like uh so we know what you're thinking and you could affect like whatever we say in here. If you need advice, I'm not the best person to ask, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, if you have questions, we'll try our best to answer them. We may not know the answers, but we will find them for you. But before that, Christian, how was your
Yeah.
Thanksgiving?
Oh, you know what? We actually joined the parade in Houston. So if you've been watching the replays, we were there in the front with like FYP and BBAC and like other Filipino organizations, and I'm of course representing Unipro.
Mhm.
So it was a cold morning. We had to be there at like 7 a.m.
Wow.
Parade starts at 9. and then we walked all around downtown Houston. And,
Mhm.
yeah, went home and saw some friends and ate a lot.
That
How's yours?
well, it was good. We had a Friendsgiving with some of our closest friends, so we had fun. And it was like, oh my goodness, they cooked like I think 5 or 6 fried turkey. Yeah, have you tried that? Fried turkey.
Wow.
It's so
No,
good. Yeah, I love it.
I've only seen videos of people like making like it explodes when they put it on the fryer or
Mhm.
whatever. How do they do it?
Well, I
Are
think
they
they
like experts? Have they done this before?
Yeah, I think so. They're pretty experts. And they have a dip. Of course, it should be a deep pot, right? And then they use peanut oil. And they had like an electric cutter. So, it was good. I mean,
Oh wow.
I think I like it better than the smoked turkey. Yes.
Six
Yeah.
six turkeys. How many people were at this Thanksgiving party?
Oh, it was a huge one because it's like they're our friend's friend, and they are like a community of like nurses and their
Mhm.
families that they all came from from I think from Florida. And by the way,
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Felly, for inviting us. We definitely had fun. We even had a backdrop, Friendsgiving backdrop that we used to
oh
shoot.
wow.
So, yeah, her parties are always fun. So we really had a great
Yeah.
time. Yes.
Next Thanksgiving, Feli, don't forget to invite me, or I'll join us at
Yeah,
MJ's
and
family.
yeah, we didn't get to do it at home because there's only 3 of us. So it's like, yeah, but we have a lot of friends that we always can have party together. But our next party probably in the house will be New Year's Eve. But you won't be here. You won't be here. New Year's
Yeah,
Eve. Hmm.
you'll already be here. You're gonna be back at New Year's.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's pretty
I
fast.
know. I'm only gonna be in the Philippines for roughly 2 weeks. So yeah, I know. I can't wait. That's patience. Okay, I can't wait. Yeah, but I'll be back. EJ's turning 25 on New Year's
Oh
Eve.
wow,
Yes.
he's
So
old.
yeah, that's why I
New
wanted.
Year's Eve. Oh, I forget.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to come back right away because EJ and Xavier, my loving sons, are gonna be home for the Christmas and New Year. So I gotta celebrate New Year with them. Anyways, I think we gotta get into the topic now, right? Right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah. What do you think is the topic tonight, Christian?
I think you already kind of mentioned it earlier. I think it involves like waiting and like enduring, like suffering and stuff like that. We were also talking about this
I
backstage or
know.
online backstage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're talking about the power of dun, 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 dun. Let's wait, wait, wait. We gotta wait. Come on, viewers. You have to be patient. There you go. Yeah. The power of patience. What can you say about patience, Christian? What do you think?
I think you always see them in hospitals. They come in for different reasons. Some of them are hurting. Some of them have appointments. Some of them are just there for X-rays. So yeah, there's different kinds of them. Some of them have broken bones. Some of them have like worse stuff happening to them. That's what we're talking about this week, right?
You know what? I really love you, Christian, when you co-host because you're like so much fun. You got a natural humor. Could you believe this guy has natural humor? So I don't know what his girlfriend is waiting for. She's so patiently waiting for this guy. Why can't you just propose? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, he's so much.
Oh, is that what we're talking about? Patience?
Yes. Come on, not my patients in the hospital. We are talking about
Yeah, I thought we were becoming a medical show.
okay. We're not yet. We will eventually, right? Eventually. But of course, tonight we're gonna talk about patience. Paghihintay. To our Filipino viewers, pagtsatsaga. Sabi nga nila, 'di ba, pag may
Mm,
tiyaga, may nilaga. But let's define
favorite.
patience first. Patience is pretty much like the ability to accept delay, which means it's about time, right? Accept suffering, paghihirap, accept
Mhm.
annoyance, like, but what's annoyance? Irita, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
pagiging,
I always hear that about me.
yeah. No, you're not. Without complaining or becoming angry. Oh my God.
Mm.
That's kind of hard to do, don't you think, Christian?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I've had a
Yeah.
lot of experiences where I lost this.
Yes. Yeah, you often hear people say, I'm losing it, right? I'm
Mm,
losing my patience. But if if you don't have patience, it means like you also don't have self-control, right? You
mhm,
cannot
mhm.
persevere. So what experience do you have, Christian, where you really had to wait and you really had to keep your anger? Can you share us some experience of yours?
I guess it's not really like not being angry, but it's more so like uh not knowing what to think, when you're waiting for like something and you don't know how to feel because you don't know if you've accepted it yet or you've been because this happened I think when I was applying for a job
Mm-hmm.
and this was a good job. Like to tell you the truth, it was at NASA. Who knows? I would get like a job like an invitation to apply at NASA, right? So it was
Wow.
like for an editor position.
Mm-hmm.
So and I've been like a space geek all my life, and I was like, wow, it's really happening. And then I got an interview. I felt like it went great. And what's really nice about this is that like when there's like footage from the International Space Station, I get to edit that. So that means I'm like one of the first people to see like the
Mm-hmm.
footage coming from up there. So if there's aliens, I'm gonna be one of the first people to see them. And as an editor, I get to control like what I want people to see or what like this company wants people to see. And then I was waiting for so long, and then on my birthday
Mm-hmm.
I found out that I didn't get accepted. So it was like double the hurt, but also it's like there's nothing I could do. I can't rush the process, so I just really have to wait and be patient about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I mean, it's like it's one of those things that you gotta really exercise patience because like when you get out of school, you've been studying all your life. Imagine like from like 4 5 years old up until you are 18 or 20 or 21, you've been studying, and then you get out of school, you graduate, you earn your degree, and you're just so excited to apply to as many jobs as you can. And then,
Mhm.
of course, if you get called in all those jobs and then you're trying to wait and wait and wait, and the just like what your experience, Christian, like your top job, your top choice, you're like patiently waiting and like hoping and all that, and then it doesn't happen. But with
Mhm.
that experience, though, it made you a better person, right? When you
I
wait.
don't know. I don't know. What the I don't know. I can say I can. I feel like it wouldn't be like super good to like tell
Mhm.
myself to oh I was a better person, but I survived it. I don't know. I survived. And
That's
another
why,
thing was
yeah.
this is at like January, and like our group, like a life group, was doing like fasting at this time. So
Mhm.
it was like double the everything. So I can't eat whatever. I can only drink water at this day,
Uh-huh.
and uh, and only like nuts and fruit for however many days. And then I'm waiting for this. And we always also manage events. So I'm like working and working and then fasting and then waiting for this. So it's like a lot of things. But I think when you say like I was a better person, I think maybe I found out what I can endure and like, that what I can take and not take.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It helps build your character, right?
Mm-hmm.
It helps build your perseverance. So even though you did not get the job that you were hoping to get, I mean, experiencing that little bit of failure kind of gave you, more like perseverance, and you build your character, and now you're more patient. and absolutely you can take anything.
Yeah.
And then it's part failure is part of success. People that don't experience failure, I don't think there's anybody in the world that have not experienced such thing, right? But you know what, before we
Mhm.
continue, I think we didn't show the mechanics of the show. I mean the game. Can we show the mechanics of the game now?
Sure, yeah. And then we have after that we have a question.
Yeah.
How to join the game. 1. Watch the live show and listen to the conversation. 2. Participate and share your experiences on the topic during the live show. 3. Type your thoughts or experience via comment section. 4. All participants are eligible to win a prize. 5. We will use We'll Decide to determine the...
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about
Comment,
patiently, yeah, patiently
comment
waiting,
on
patiently waiting for a job that you applied for. So that's one scenario or one situation that we can actually, apply patience and all that. But other situations, like
Mhm.
I think for me, okay, I'm a mom. So you know how it is, right? So Christian, I don't know how you were growing up, but do you think your mom had to really give you a lot of patience?
Oh yeah, I was a sickly kid, so
Oh,
like we were on like in and out of the hospital too, and then
oh,
I guess when I was like a toddler to when I was like a teenager, I was okay. I was very quiet, behaved and stuff. I think so. I don't know. You'd have to ask her. Don't quote me on this. But when I was a teenager, definitely like she needed some patience with me.
yeah.
So yeah.
Uh-huh.
And how about you? Like, what's your experience with your kids?
Well, oh my gosh. I know when kids are little, they're cute, right? They're just so cute. So you
Mhm.
just love on them and you're just so patient with them because they're cute. But once they reach that age where they can start arguing and you know they answer you back and all that, it takes so much of you to really like make your patience bigger and make your love bigger for them. But I can I can honestly say that I am very patient with my kids. I am. And I think, well, it's probably better if you hear from them too. 'Cause-
Yeah, it's funnier because I actually know them, so I get to imagine.
yes, yes. Because, it's typical for kids to be makulit, right? Or to be like all over the place. But I think it's more when they're get to that teenage years where they're influenced by their peers and like they want to be in, they want to belong and all that. And no matter how much nurturing you've done, there's always going to be those, temptations out there. And
Mhm.
sometimes if you try to like fight or argue over even the littlest things, I mean things can get out of control. So being a parent, you really have to pick your battles. Like you have to really extend more patience, tough love and all that to your kids. Otherwise they're not gonna appreciate you and they're just gonna want to get away from the house. And that's how kids now these days become rebellious because of parents that just want to control everything and that don't have patience with them. So it's tough. It's tough to be a parent, but it's the most fulfilling and rewarding job in this world. I mean, I couldn't imagine myself not being a mom to my kids. So I love them so dearly that I mean, forever, I'm here for them. They know that. They know that. Like,
Um,
whatever happens, I'll always be with them and I'll always accept them. It's just a mother's love. They say it's like a very unconditional love. That's how moms or parents should really love their kids. So, but as I said, it's better if you hear from them. I think
yeah,
they
I'll go text them and see what They while we're on break, I'll go talk to them, and then maybe they'll show up here, and then y'all can have a
I think we have to go on a break. We're enjoying too much now. We're already at 20 minutes. So we'll be back after a short break.
It's very short.
Yeah, that was like we're back.
All right.
Oh, it's just been so exciting and interesting and fun about our topic tonight. But of course, again, we'd love to have our viewers, please feel free to participate and share your
I
own
see.
experiences.
Yeah, I see a question.
Huh?
Did you both pass the marshmallow test? Have you heard of this
No,
before?
I haven't. What is that?
If you if you've seen videos like on online or like in National Geographic or Discovery where they like test kids where like there's like gonna be like a table
Mm-hmm,
and the kid is sitting like behind it and the adult will put like some marshmallow in front of the kid
mm-hmm.
and then we'll tell the kid, hey, don't touch this marshmallow like while I'm gone, right?
Oh,
And then the adult leaves the room and then there's kind of like hidden cameras and then they see if the kid will like get the marshmallow when no one's watching.
okay. So it's like testing
Yeah,
their
so it's like the
patience.
yeah, yeah. Do you think you'd pass? Do you have experiences when you were young where you definitely failed it or you definitely knew you could pass this?
I think I can. I honestly do. Because
I
I am a very patient person. I mean, and I follow instructions. I'm a good follower. What you tell me, I do it. And I'm not kidding, Christian. I could, if somebody, especially an adult, tells me an instruction or tells me to not to or to do this, I would do it or I would not do it.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know what I
I'm the complete opposite. I would definitely eat the marshmallow. And I would tell the adults that it was you who ate the marshmallow.
so, sabi nga nila sa Tagalog, pilyo ka pala.
And if someone tells me that I can't do something, I would like definitely do
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So then I know what to do with you. I got to tell you the opposite of
Yeah.
what I want you to do.
Mm.
That's right.
Because I feel like it's a challenge. It's not like something. If it's like something dangerous,
Yes.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it. But if it's like someone
Mhm.
thinks I can't do something, like I don't have the power to do something, I definitely like train myself to do it out of spite.
Yeah, because like you're challenged.
So
Like
that's
somebody's challenging you. Oh, you can't do this, and then you'll do it, right? So it's like
yeah.
they're doing the reverse psychology. They're applying reverse psychology on you.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So anyways, so we've talked applying patience on like waiting or job hunting or things like those. What about in relationships, especially in courtship? Like, 'cause
Mm.
you're a guy. I mean, usually, I mean, the norm in some cultures is like it's the guy who would propose or who would do the initial, yeah, of course, initiate, right? You want to date someone or you want to court someone, then you usually do it. But how patient are you when it comes to courting? I'm interested. I'm curious. I'm curious.
Not patient at all. I mean, I feel like in the past, it's more of like a lot of you need a lot of patience, but now,
Mhm.
like in the age of like online dating and everything, it's like very much like instant gratification. That's what like people are expecting with like online dating and everything. And that's also like I feel like people are more open-minded now, like at least like my generation of like, oh, it's not just the guy who should pursue like who they like. Like girls could also like try to ask guys out and everything. And
Mhm.
uh but yeah, in my experience, it's a mix. It's a mix because like like if I'm trying to court someone and they're also like entertaining other guys, I definitely don't have patience for that, and I'm not gonna try to like change her mind. So if it's like if you like me, great. If you don't, then like let's not. I'm not gonna try to change your mind. So
Wow, so ano ka
yeah,
pala, diretsahan. I mean, it's like walang paligoy-ligoy.
yeah,
It's either you like me or not.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna force people to like me. There's like so many people out there
Mhm,
who are like a more deserving of attention. And if it's not like I'm judging someone, if
mhm,
it's not me, then
mhm.
that's fine. So if
Yeah.
it's not me,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Although,
How were you with your husband when
well,
you were still like young and you're
yeah, you know what, when you're young and sometimes, well, although maturity doesn't really come with age, there are people that mature early and there are people that mature, really late. So, but I think for me, it comes with maturity. It's regardless of age. Um, Going into a serious relationship for me requires more patience
mm-hmm,
because especially, if you plan to really be in a relationship for life, then you got to give yourself and the other person a chance to get to know each other. Because if we
yeah,
rush into things, I mean, there are like problems that come with that. Like, what happens now? There's a lot of teenage pregnancies, right?
mm,
Relationships that they marry young and then they separate because they were
mm,
not prepared and they didn't take time to really get to know each other. Although people say, especially in the Philippines, they say that you cannot really know a person until you live in the same roof, right? But still, that's the thing. There's a danger to that because you have not even known the person for that long and then you suddenly just decide to marry each other and
mm,
you become one and all that. And in the beginning, yeah, it's fun. It's like it seems like it's all bed of roses and all that. But when things happen and you come into issues, you learn about each other's personalities and differences and all that, then you clash and then you break up. So to me, it's very important if you want to be with the person that you love, then give your time. I mean, give your relationship time to actually, because the relationship, you have to nurture it. And without patience, without patience, there's a comment, without patience, I mean, you cannot achieve that because if you rush things, I mean, the consequences will be there. I know there's a comment from Eileen. She said, MJ, do not scare Christian.
yeah. It's like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to get married or not? Or like what?
I'm
I'm
not.
30. I'm of marrying age now,
Yes,
mom.
you are. In your case, it's a different story. Definitely, you are of age
And
already. You
also,
are in the right age. And if you've met the right person, then go ahead. You've been waiting for too long, and I can't imagine why your girlfriend is still waiting. She should just do a shotgun wedding on you.
Okay, you'll be in a Ninang and a sponsor, and Lawan Media will live stream it and everything.
Yeah, why
But you
not?
know what I noticed? You know what I know? In some parts in like,
Mhm,
jobs and like other stuff, I'm like not as patient, but with the relationship, I am. Like right
mhm,
now, like I'm on a long distance relationship, and like someone
uh-huh,
was asking me before, like, how can you wait that long? And it's like, I don't know. I just can. It's like I'm happy with even if we're like not like face to face,
mhm,
like we still get to talk and like we're still satisfied with each other and like we're still happy. So I don't get like why people are asking me like like why
mhm,
am I waiting so like how can I like endure this like long distance, which
mhm.
I feel like it's just the patience
Yes.
and I feel like I've done a lot of mistakes on that part, like on a relationship that like we weren't patient, that it didn't end well. So
Mhm.
it's like lesson learned, and I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, see what patience can do. That's what I'm talking about. When you're willing to wait and because of those relationships that maybe did not work out and all that, then you learn from those mistakes. Now you're more mature. So even though you're far from each other, you are at peace because you can trust each other. And that
Mhm.
comes with maturity. That's when perseverance is being developed when you actually, patiently wait for things in life because everything has timing. I think when we try to force things, that's when we get into trouble and more problems. And it applies to a lot of aspects in our lives. And wow, I'm so impressed. Yes. And I know you're going home. Maybe this time you are impatiently waiting to go home because you're just so excited, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait. I've already packed one bag.
Hmm. Okay. And you're leaving next week. Right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. But that is so cool. That is so cool. Christian, I'm so happy for you. I think we're going to go on another break, I think, in a minute, or should we go on a break now? Because we're going to,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. All right. So we'll,
We can go. What is estate and why do we plan it? What is estate planning?
Actually, good question. I love that question. What is estate and why do we plan for that? You say essay, we're talking about what comes into your mind.
Mine is like land and property, houses.
Yes, you're right. Assets. That's your estate. That's why when somebody passed away, we settle the estate. That's what we do when we do probate. We settle the estate because the estate is what you left for your loved ones. So while you're alive, you're accumulating this estate. Why we say estate planning? Why?
Mhm.
Well, because mainly the reason why you're doing the planning is you're thinking about what will happen when you pass away, most likely, right?
I
Because
mean, we
that's,
all pass away
I know,
someday.
it's just a matter of when. Hopefully not too soon because we want to enjoy our
Drive safe, eat healthy, go to the gym. Perfect.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, there's a comment here from Eileen. Can you share a time when being patient helped you and what good things came out of it? What do you think?
You want to go first?
Well, for me, I think I would say that the biggest thing I think that really made my life turn around 360 degrees that I patiently waited was coming to the United States. And let me tell you why. You know, I was helped by my relatives to take up nursing and all that. And during that time, the United States actually closed down hiring nurses from not just the Philippines, but other parts of the world. So it's like, wow, the reason I took up nursing was for me to be able to go to the United States so I can help my family, right? So uh, eventually I got married. I was still in the Philippines. but I did not give up on my dream of coming to the US so I can help my family. So lo and behold, after so many years of waiting, I gave birth to EJ, I gave birth to Xavier, and then I took on different jobs. I worked at Manila Medical Center, I worked at Medical City, and then I also worked in a life insurance company. But I did not give up on that dream. I still had the hope of coming to the US, so I still patiently waited for that opportunity. And thank God that came year 2003 when the United States opened up again. And the best thing about this opportunity, they opened up for nurses to become actually immigrants right away. Because prior to that, it was more like on a work permit or a working visa. But during our time, I think I was one of the first batches of nurses from the Philippines that actually got an immigrant visa from the United States. And it was not just for me, but for my whole family. So we all got the immigrant visa at the same time. So see, if you wait and don't give up on the things that you really desire for, it will come unexpectedly and even in better and bigger ways. And that's what happened. So that was the biggest turnaround of my life because of that, I was able to bring my family with me because it's hard. You go to another country and just by yourself and you leave your family behind. I mean, that would be the hardest part for me. But thank God, yes, I was
Mhm.
able to bring my family with me. And now here I am. I'm very grateful. And yes, patience, patience, patience. It can build your character. It can build your perseverance. It can give you what bigger blessings if you just wait. Because God has his perfect time for everything. So yes, that's for me. What about you, Christian?
Huh. Yeah, well, I love to hear your story. It's like I feel like what I learned from it is like you're waiting, but also like you're still being productive while you're waiting. You're not just like waiting
Mm-hmm,
like and then asking for like stuff to happen, right? I think like the very important thing is like also working towards what you want,
mm-hmm,
which I feel like I'm on that stage right now. I'm still being patient
mm-hmm.
and I'm still hoping that good things would come from it.
Of
Like
course.
starting up like allowing media network where we
Mm-hmm,
have to be patient and we have to keep going and we have to like while we're waiting for things to happen we're trying
mm-hmm,
to work on more things and
mm-hmm.
and I feel like inevitably if you're patient even if you keep working like eventually let me use an easier word eventually it's gonna happen whatever you want to happen it's gonna happen as long as you don't give up.
That's true. And oh my gosh, I have so much to share because I mean, one thing too, but before that, before I share again, I don't want to monopolize the show. So anyway, before that, Lysel has a comment. She says, for me, being patient means staying calm even if a child is behaving very badly. That is very true.
Mm,
Yes. Like sabi nga nila, di ba, you have to be slow to anger. And that is a testament of being patient, is being slow to anger. I salute you, Liza. So I figure you have a kid, right? Does Liza have a child? I know
like
she's
like if other kids too like and if I
Mhm.
see other kids like doing tantrums at the grocery store I'm not patient.
Oh, she does. She has a toddler. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Eileen said, yeah, especially a toddler in particular. That's true. Because remember the turbo twos, that's the stage where like, oh my God, they will just be on everything. But yeah, especially,
My niece
uh-huh.
is 3 years old, so it's like thank God she's cute. Or else I wouldn't be patient. But she's very cute and adorable, so I'm
She
like very patient with
is.
her.
I know they are like kids. They don't have filters, so they can just say anything they want, and that makes them so cute. Like, oh my God, I just miss my babies when they were little babies. Anyway, so Liza said yes, she has a kid. All right, so you know what? Being a mother actually teaches us to really be patient. I think that's the hardest part is of being a mom, is to really just be more understanding, be more patient with our kids. But if you really love your kids, I mean, it comes up so naturally. For some parents, maybe it's a challenge, but for some, it's just natural because they're your kids. Oh my gosh, you kept them in your womb for like 9 months. Like you nourish them and like
I feel
they're
like,
of
I mean,
you.
I
Mm-hmm.
is it the because I feel, I mean, every one of us has met like maybe this young parent
Mm-hmm.
or someone who's like have kids, but it's not that patient because maybe they had like kids like too young and they still haven't done what they want to in life, and then maybe like blaming themselves or the kids. Like I feel like that's one reason like some parents aren't patient. I can't talk like for parents because I'm not one,
Mm-hmm.
but like I feel like that's like it's not just being patient but also like understanding what's happening
Mm-hmm.
so you could go
Yeah.
through it, right?
Yeah, and that's very true. That's very true because now, as I said earlier, because you didn't patiently wait for the right time to become a parent, there are consequences to that. And one of which I think, as you have said, is like when they have kids, they don't have enough patience for their kids because they haven't enjoyed life of being a kid themselves.
Mhm,
So it's like it's conflicting
mhm,
with their desires because no matter how much they try to like really love on and be more patient with their kids, there are desires within them that they have not fulfilled, and that makes them kind of impatient because they're still growing. I mean, they're still growing. And here you are, you have a kid and you're still a kid. I mean, I just feel bad. I feel bad for those, and I keep praying, like, hope the kids, the generations will come to realize. But now it's the opposite because the new generation now, it's like you don't even want to have kids. Like I've noticed a lot of,
in this economy.
yeah, it's like you're more into career now, right?
Let me ask you one thing, because I feel like this is like a good opportunity. Like you're a mom, and like I'm a son, and I have mom too. So it's like we have different perspectives. Like how were you when you were like a teenager? Were your parents like were you? I mean, you said earlier you were like a good kid. Did your parents like need patience with you, or how was it?
As I said, not much because I think I'm not bragging about it. I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing. I think I was more of, one of the kids that really listened and followed. Although there were times, of course, I was a teenager and when I was in college, although my father like didn't want me to have boyfriend because I was still in school, but just out of experiencing curiosity, how to experience it, and you find someone that you like, then of course you break the rules sometimes. But for the most part, only in that aspect, I was very, very obedient. Like I studied so hard, no matter how difficult life was. I mean, I was determined to really finish college, and I tried my very best. I was very active in everything like choir, public speaking, no matter how difficult life was, because I'm not kidding. If I say it was difficult, it was tough, it was. I mean, I could not even imagine going back. But again, because of those struggles, hurdles, and difficulties in life, I am what I am. That's why I always say that whatever experiences you have growing up, that's what made you the person that you are. So for the most part, I was an obedient child. So my parents didn't have, actually, I was the one helping. Like I'm the second eldest in the family. So I
Mm,
worked, like I did some side jobs growing up too, just to help with, everyday needs of the family. So I was the one that actually helped my parents like get through things. And I had to sacrifice some of my childhood stuff. But then at the end of the day, it's for my family. And I love my family so much. My brothers and sisters, I there were one of the reasons I wanted to get out of that kind of life because I wanted to better our future, not just for me, but for my whole family. So yeah, I think for the most part, my parents didn't have much headache with me. Yeah.
Mm. I feel like with me, being the age where when my parents had like a family and had kids, I feel like I kind of understand more what they were going through, and now I'm trying to be patient with them as well because like there's stuff changed, like a lot of technology they need help with, so they keep asking you questions and stuff, which you just like I guess like empathy is also part of it, like being patient
Mm-hmm.
and just think about like what the other person is feeling, and then maybe you don't actually need patience. You maybe you just need like understanding,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it goes hand in hand, I think.
Yes, and of course, self-control. Self-control also
Mhm.
goes hand in hand with being patient. Because if you're patient, you know.
I guess I've also prevented like
Mhm.
a lot of like fights from being patient.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a very, very important topic because it can make a big difference in our lives because being patient, it's a matter of choosing which path, choosing which way to go, and taking time and just building that up until you get to the point where you're ready because it's preparedness.
Mhm.
If you're not prepared to take on anything in life, especially responsibilities, then that's like being impatient and that can result into, problems in the future. So it's very, very important. Oh my gosh, we're getting so like into the topic that we can even like we even forget about the break, but we got to take another break and we'll be back for our final segment.
Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community, from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Christian, it's been really fun
I love
having
that
you.
voice. Oh,
Yeah, it's been really,
ah, yeah, it's almost done.
yeah, I know, right? And it's like, wow, wow, I can't believe it. We just went through it like this because you have so much experience that you're sharing, and it's like hopefully our viewers are learning something from our show tonight. And for those of you listening again, please feel free to share your own experiences. We want to learn from you too, so come on, just don't be shy. Don't be shy, share us your experiences. Mga kababayan natin dyan, if there are people from the Philippines watching, ano lang po, feel free to share your experiences para po matuto rin kami sa inyo. We would love to hear your stories. This is,
I guess
yeah. Mm-hmm.
another thing we haven't talked about is like patience. Like we've talked about patience with work, with family, with other people. But what about like patience with yourself? Have you ever like needed patience with yourself and like
I do. Sometimes,
if
it's like,
because I feel like that's one of the things.
mm-hmm, we have
Go
to,
ahead.
yeah, we have to give ourselves some grace sometimes. Because I think when things don't go the way that we want them to, we blame ourselves. And it's like you take all the responsibility and you just sulk and just beat yourself up. But please, please, we got to love ourselves and be patient with ourselves. We fail. I mean, things happen and failures are part of success. So if you didn't meet your expectations of yourself, give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. As a mom, I feel like sometimes I fall short. as a mom, as a wife, as a sister, as a friend. I feel like I fall short sometimes, and I feel sad about it. I get frustrated and I beat myself up. But we can only do so much. And no matter how much effort you put into things to make things better, to grow the relationship that you want to grow with other people, it's like you're doing your part, but you cannot control the other parties. I mean, it's not always that way. Things don't work the same way. So give yourself some grace and love yourself and be patient with your own self, because if you have that, you can easily be patient with other people. I think that's given.
Mhm,
You can give what you
mhm,
have. So for the most
mhm.
part, I believe, in my own experience, I believe people who are patient also are patient with themselves. And it may take a little bit of, effort to build that sometimes, because we're just humans. I mean, nobody's perfect, but we can learn to be patient. And as I said
My
earlier,
I
yeah.
I feel like it's the other way around with me, where like I can be patient with anyone except myself. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm trying like to be patient with myself as well. I try to like uh but like I feel like every time I would reach for that marshmallow, like try to get like instant gratification and not wait for like on the long term thing, which I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to work on. But yeah, like I feel like for the most part, a lot, and I think a lot of people are also like experiencing this. Like they're more patient with other people. They give more like other people grace, but not themselves. So like, how do you
Mm-hmm.
think like we can try to like start like doing that? Like I myself, I started doing when I started doing 5Ks. I wasn't patient with myself because like I was so out of shape that I would run for like 30 seconds and then I need to rest. And I just kept at it, and like after a month, like wow, I'm running like 30 minutes straight without stopping, and that's when I found out like the value of patience and just trusting the process and like working towards it and like having a structure
Mm-hmm.
for what you want to be. I guess that's also a thing, like what do you want to be, like visualize it and like make plans towards it.
Yeah, and you're right. And whatever you're doing is perfect, because you have to do baby steps. Sometimes you cannot jump from from the ground to the tallest building. You got to start from, you got to go through every step of the way. And that's how you build your patience, and that's what you've been doing. Now you can easily do a 5K run, right? But you started with.
Well, I stopped running for a bit, so I need to train again.
Yeah, and same thing with me, because I've gained so much weight, so I've done a lot of.
No,
Yes, no, I mean,
that's so
I'm not
cool.
kidding. I have
Why
done
would
a
you say
lot
that? No.
I have done a lot of things, but you come to a point where everything just stops working. So I try to build myself up into like intermittent fasting. Like I started from 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. Now I can go to as like much as 20, 22 hours fasting sometimes. So everything you can build it up.
Wow.
Yes. And even the stairs, I take stairs.
You're like a Buddhist and you just meditate and just not eat for like 22 hours. That's a lot of
Yeah,
hours.
well,
I need to eat every hour. I have snacks with
and
me right
just
now. I have
drink
snacks
water. Ooh,
literally beside me right now.
I love that. And even like taking the stairs at work, you know what I do? I start from the very bottom where I have patients to see, and then I go up my way to the top floor where I have patients. So it's like everything, you can do it. You just have to do little steps. We cannot just do a big stride and be be frustrated when we fall, and right. So baby steps can bring you there, can get you there, and you just have to celebrate those small wins. That's also how you build your patience. You have to celebrate those small wins, and then you build your patience with yourself, your patience with other people, I mean, you can be the most wonderful person if you try to do it, and it doesn't have to be big. You don't have to do such big things to give patience. You can do it even in
And you know what?
ways.
I feel like that resonates with me because like for a time I was journaling and it was like, how do I even start journaling? Do I just write whatever? And then I found someone who was saying that like, write stuff that you noticed today, write stuff that you're grateful for, stuff that
Mm-hmm.
didn't like you didn't
Mm-hmm.
like that happened, and then stuff that could improve for the next day. And then that's when I was like, okay, now uh like I realized that I was productive and like I don't need to beat myself up at the end of the day. And then I developed patience knowing that like, you know what they say, when you've survived 100% of the bad days you've had so far, right? So it's like you can like, what's the worst that could happen? I feel like that's one of the
Yeah.
things that like make me patient, it make me not worry about things, because like if no one got hurt, like that's okay. It's like you don't have to beat yourself up. You didn't cause any harm. You did stuff, like even
Mm-hmm.
like little stuff. You ate, you drank water, you tried to help people, and that's good. So yeah.
That's why I said even the smallest things. And you know what? Sometimes the smallest things are the things that really matter the most. You know what? I still believe in that. Because those little
Mm-hmm.
things, they grow. You're planting a seed. Everything starts from just planting one seed of patience, and it can grow and grow and grow. And the little things in life are, I don't know, if I've come to a point in my life where I just really love those little moments,
Mm-hmm.
even just a short talk with a
And
friend, a short talk with a family. I mean, it's like it doesn't have to be big, because if you wait for that moment where you can really do a big thing, you're gonna wait forever. I mean, take those small opportunities and really seize them, seize the moment, right?
you know what I say when, because you know how we manage a lot of events sometimes, right? And sometimes we've been planning it for like so long, and like there's like last minute stuff, and
Mhm.
people are stressing out about it. I just ask them like, did anyone die? Is someone gonna die if this didn't happen? And usually the answer is no. Thank God I don't work in a
Mhm.
hospital, right? and yeah, if no one's gonna die, if no one got hurt, then we're fine. Stop
Mhm.
stressing about it.
Yes, and don't get annoyed, because if you stress out with every little thing, I mean, it'll show. I mean, like, people will notice. I mean, like, even
Mm,
just a small thing, and then your reaction just suddenly changes. I mean, people would notice that. But if you are, I think people can also read people that are patient. Like, they can see it. They can see it in your face. Because,
yes.
as they say, action speaks louder than words. So,
Yeah, and also
yeah.
another thing that's important is like if someone's being impatient, you can't both be impatient.
Oh,
You can only be like you could just wait for it and not like do it at the same time.
yes. It's going to be a chaos if both of you are like impatient. That's why, di ba, sabi nga nila, that's why God put people together that are opposite in character, because otherwise, if you are the same personality and all that and you clash all the time, that's when problems arise. And one
Mm.
thing, I think, just, I know we have a short time left, but just interesting, because with trading too, so with our finances, very important, we
Mhm.
have to be patient also. I know I myself, I'm struggling with that, but we got to be patient. If we don't have the means to get the things that we want, we gotta wait. We have to focus on the things that we
Mhm.
need. And even like with trading, I mean, like, people like those terms, fear of missing out. So people, when the market is,
Yeah.
how volatile the market is, and people don't get in the right timing, and because they don't want to miss out on things. And I've heard from a lot of gurus out there who are experts in trading that actually trading is patience. Those billionaires and those people that are really successful who are trading, they just put their money in something like a blue chip stock or and then just wait. They just leave it there. And that's how they become rich. So,
Yeah.
it applies to
And
every aspect of our lives. Yeah.
I'm just very patient at the Powerball, so I'm just keep going at it, and I'm gonna win sometime. I'm gonna be one of those millionaires.
Yeah,
So
and
just wait,
you
just be
better
patient,
don't forget about me, Christian, right? When
no,
you
you won't see me anymore. I'm gonna buy an island in the Philippines. I'm not gonna talk to anyone.
okay, we'll know where to find you. We're gonna search all the 7,100 something islands in the Philippines to find you. Okay,
We
and
can
then
try.
Eileen said, and me. Yeah, Eileen said, and me. Oh my gosh, we have come to the end of the show. I'm still like so hyped up in here talking about this topic. And for our
We have
next
more
topic,
episodes.
I know, right? Well, we'll have more opportunities to talk about this. But do we have a video for our next episode? I think we gotta have to show it.
Are you ready to see how the quiet endurance of patience can lead to extraordinary outcomes?
Come along as we learn about the amazing power of patience through MJ and Atala's stories. Let's discover how patience truly makes a difference.
Join us and be inspired by the quiet force that shapes destinies and weaves the fabric of greatness, the power of patience. We delve into the art of waiting gracefully and explore the profound impact it has on our daily lives.
Tune in live Monday, November 20th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay, I think that was
Well,
yeah, we already talked about
that's we are the future.
Everywhere you go, Christmas has
Oh,
its
there you
own
go.
local touch,
there you
making it a
go.
holiday that is celebrated around the world in unique ways.
Come along as we unravel the diverse tapestry of Christmas celebrations across the globe through MJ and Atala stories.
Join us in exploring the rich cultural mosaic that makes this season truly magical. Uncover the unique and heartwarming ways communities embrace the spirit of Christmas worldwide.
Tune in live Monday, December 4th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
There you go. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We're going to learn about the different traditions and ways that different
Mm.
countries or different cultures celebrate Christmas. So that's going to be an exciting and fun, full of fun episode. And we'll look forward to seeing everyone again. Christian, what can you say? Your final words for tonight's topic?
Be patient. And yeah, I feel, yeah, what I said before is like inevitably, eventually, whatever is gonna happen, if you just keep doing what you're doing and be patient with yourself, and like be patient with like the process, trust the process, it's gonna happen. So just trust it and be patient.
That's right. Yes. And there is a perfect timing for everything. So let's go out there, give ourselves some love, some grace, some patience, and exercise patience to the people that you come across with. They don't have to be your family, your friends, not just the people that you love, but anybody in your life.
Mhm.
Try to be patient, even to the most difficult people in your lives. Because at the end of the day, you know what? It's just gonna make you feel good. It will make you feel better. So let's go out there, especially this time of the year. We have to love and be patient with each other. We have to really enjoy the season. And the only way we can do this is by being patient to each other, being kind and loving to each other. So thank you all so much for joining us again tonight. Thank you so much, Christian, for being my
Thank you for
co-host
having
tonight.
me.
I look forward
Yes,
to doing more episodes with you. If
for
Atala is
sure.
not
Yeah.
available, if Atala is not available, then we can certainly, do more episodes. But for you, Atala, I know you're enjoying yourself in Mexico. Enjoy, be safe, and hopefully we can get together in our next episode. And to all our viewers, thank you
Mhm.
again.
And also,
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
uh, legal treats this Wednesday. I'm
Oh,
also gonna be there.
okay. 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 Yeah. So legal treats, don't forget. It's going to be fun. Christian is a natural. So he's a natural. So you'll have fun. Just go watch Legal Treats. Again, to all our viewers, thank you so much for watching tonight. And we'll see you again in our next episode here at Be Bold.
Why not?
All right. Good night, Christian. Good night, everyone.